Hello Jaden. Okay, let's look at your answer for this weekly paper. Okay, starting from 1A, what does the source tell you about the management of discrimination? Okay, the keyword in this case is tell, which you must use back in your answer. Let's take a look. Okay, source A shows. Okay, in this case, you have to use back the keyword tell. Examiners are very strict at you answering back to the question. Okay, very good at managing discrimination. This is evident from the statistics. Okay, more than 75% good. Only 10.9% are prejudiced. Okay, this suggests that Australia has managed to have very little discrimination and is doing a good job at managing it. Okay, this is the right inference. But because of this, actually examiners who are very strict, he will just maximum give you L2, okay, which is 2 marks. In this case, I'm warning you for the last time, I will accept your answer in this case, but you must use back what the keyword is. Okay, so in this case, L3 for evidence, L3 for inference. Okay, L3 5. Okay, let's look at the second question. Why was this infographic published? Okay, so again, you should use back the keywords. The infographic was published to educate Australians on the state of discrimination in Australia, that discrimination is still present, correct? Okay, but actually more than being just education, it's trying to convince. Okay, because it's a serious matter that apparently some Australians still do not see. That's why there's a need for this poster to be published. Okay, so this infographic hopes to reduce the amount of discrimination. If you are trying to suggest this is outcome, okay, outcome must be an action taken by the audience. Okay, so to arrive at this outcome, reduce amount of discrimination, you must say that so that hopes to convince Australians to take proactive measures to work against discriminations in their everyday lives. Okay, that should be the outcome. This can be seen from the source, which says that 12% but 18%. Okay, this suggests that discrimination needs to be reduced. Okay, so L3 for evidence. Okay, in this case, you are also missing context. What's the meaning of context? That means what is happening at that time. How do we know? You have to turn back to the background info. Okay, in this case, they say that acts of discrimination still happen even though Australia is multicultural. Okay, so based on your answer, okay, I will give you a L45 for picking out the right audience in the first line. Okay, but you will need to give me the outcome and context, which has always been missing in your answers. Okay, let's look at the next question. How different are sources C and D? How different, meaning there's a small extent or large extent of similarity as well. So you need to give me 1S, 1D. Okay, in this case, both C and D are similar in terms of good. Australians willing to teach or learn about cultures and heritages. Okay, common criteria is there, which states that we can explain to you. Muslims are willing to share. Okay, good. L3. Source D states that we should do more to learn. Okay, this suggests that the government encouraging Australians to understand different cultures. This is a good comparison. Okay, next, C and D are different in terms of the agreement in multiculturalism. Common criteria. A shows that do not wish to have Muslim as they perceive Muslims to be terrorists. Okay, your inference has improved a lot, and this suggests that Australians do not think a wide variety of races is beneficial. Okay, L4. On the other hand, source D shows that the government of Australia and mountain group for society when wider variety of culture is beneficial believes a wider diversity is better. Okay, in this case, where is your evidence for both sources? Okay, you paraphrase for source C, it should be C, not A. Okay, but instead of saying show, you should write states. Okay, because show is a inference on your part. State is just directly what the source is saying. Again here, instead of show, you should just say states. The government of Australia is good for society. Is it in this source? As they wish to embrace. Okay. The evidence in this case is not very clear. Right? Where is the part that says that you should embrace a wider variety? This part? Okay. I need a clearer evidence. So use direct quotation as what you have done in this case. Okay, which states open inverted comma, close inverted comma. Then this will be very clear that this is the source evidence. Okay, so in this case, I can only award you up to let me look at the answer scheme. Okay, L45. Because there is missing evidence for the second part. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, in what ways is E reliable about discrimination? Okay, this about discrimination is very general, so you need to pinpoint specifically, is it saying that it's present or not present, or what other criteria? Okay, so source E is reliable in showing discrimination. Okay, this is evident from feels overwhelmed, can look to blame whatever target that is obvious. Okay, good. L3. This suggests that Australians look to discriminate any forms of culture who may not have personal connection. So this personal connection is a copy from the evidence. To paraphrase, you can say who do not have whom they may not know personally. Okay, so a simple paraphrase will do, don't need complex English. To others showing the level of look to discriminate for they may not have personal connection. Thus showing the level of discrimination. Okay, L3. Valid inference. Okay, when it cross refer the source F, it states that are you trying to say that it supports? Okay, Australia has many discrimination issues. Okay, this is evident law officials targeting individuals based on individuals' race. Good. L4, there is a clear match in what you are trying to cross refer for. This suggests that law enforcement are prejudice, good word, and that is very bad. Okay, there is a missing summary statement to help me tie up what is your train of thinking. Since you cross refer a source F, what does it show about source E? Okay, so I need a summary statement to show very clearly what is it you are doing, why did you cross refer. Okay, so in this case it will be L4 5. Okay, because there's a missing summary statement. Okay, let's look at the last question. Okay, study source F. How useful is F in showing that Australia is not being effective? Okay, they have already defined for us, it's not. So let's see. Is useful in showing that Australia is not properly managing. Okay, can be seen from women in a blog taught her son not to interact with law enforcement officers when harassing them based on it suggests that taught her sons not to interact with law when harassing them. Okay, this is from the source. Has not been as police officers are harassing based on their race. Okay, actually for this specific line, what you are saying, right? If I turn back to source F, okay, give me a minute, I'm trying to look for the line. Okay. Okay, so actually what you have written here is taught her son not to interact with law enforcement officers when harassing them. Okay, so actually the line here is not to let the police provoke them into anger. Okay, because when police wrongly target people who are aboriginals, that means dark skin, okay, generally they will be very angry, they as in the aboriginals, and they will actually fall into the trap of the police, and police can charge them for being angry and maybe assaulting police. So this is what this line is actually really saying. Okay, so in your case, I would say this explanation is not very clear yet, as police officers are harassing children. Okay, harassing children I can give. Okay, so L3 over here as well. Okay, next, when I cross refer to source C which supports source F, C states that people are harassing others to the extreme. Again, quote evidence. So what you should say is you pick up source C. Okay, this part start abusing me verbally, and this will be very clear that the person has taken it to the extreme. Okay, this suggests that Australians are not afraid to discriminate others. Can. Okay, again, where is the summary statement? Okay, L45. And missing essay question. Okay, we have not done this for very long for the SRQ part A, so I need you to try. Okay, this is just based on your own knowledge. Can you think of 2 ways to help prevent?